Do you know in which Parva of the Mahabharata Bhagavad Gita is narrated? Or do you know in which Parva Krishna goes as Shanti Dut? Or in which Parva does Gandhari curse Sri Krishna? Well, in this video I am going to talk about the various Parvas of the Mahabharata and give a slight overview of all those Parvas. Hello everybody, welcome back to Zesty Nimbu. This is Sri Rekha. Before I go ahead with today's video, I wanted to tell you the answer to the question that I had asked in the previous video. Well, the answer is Drishtadyumna. Drishtadyumna is the brother of Draupadi and Shikhandi. He is the son of King Drupad of Panchala. Drishtadyumna is also the brother-in-law of all the Pandavas. He was the sole commander-in-chief of the Pandava army for the whole 18 days of the Mahabharata war, unlike the Kauravas who had 5 commanders-in-chief. As I had mentioned in the previous videos, Mahabharata is not a myth. It is an itihasa. It is our history. So in this video, I am going to tell you about the 18 Parvas of the Mahabharata. Mahabharata has 18 books or Parvas. Stay with me till the end because I have another question coming up. The first Parva is the Adi Parva. Adi means beginning. In the Adi Parva, the story of Mahabharata is narrated to Janmejaya by Vaishampayana. Vaishampayana is the disciple of Vedavyas. Janmejaya is actually the great grandson of Arjuna. He is the son of Parikshit. Parikshit is the son of Abhimanyu, and Abhimanyu is the son of Subhadra and Arjuna. So Adi Parva has the narration of the Mahabharata to Janmejaya. Then it has the birth of Kauravas and Pandavas, and it ends with the Pandavas marrying Draupadi. The next book or the next Parva is the Sabha Parva, the book of the assembly hall. In this Parva, Indraprastha is formed. Yudhishthira is made the king of Indraprastha. Game of dice happens where Duryodhana invites all the Pandavas to Hastinapur, and Yudhishthira loses his kingdom, his brothers, his wife in the game of dice. So he along with his brothers and wife are sent to 13 years of Vanvas or exile. In this Parva, Draupadi Vastrapaharan also happens. Pandavas are sent to 13 years of exile where they have to spend 1 year in incognito. Incognito means nobody should be able to find you or recognize you. The third Parva is the Aranya Parva. In the Aranya Parva, the life of the Pandavas for 12 years of their Vanvas is narrated. Arjuna goes in search of the divine weapons and gets hold of all the divine weapons, Divyastras, as well as Pashupati Astra from Lord Shiva. And Arjuna goes to Swarg where he meets Urvashi. Urvashi curses him as well. In the same Parva, Jayadratha is humiliated because he tried to kidnap Draupadi. The fourth Parva is the Virata Parva. In this, the Pandavas spend 1 year of their Vanvas in incognito in Matsya Kingdom. Matsya Kingdom is their ally, which is ruled by King Virat. This Parva also mentions the Uttara Gograhana, where Kauravas come to attack the Matsya Kingdom and steal their cows as well as reveal the identities of Pandavas. In this Parva, Kichaka is killed by Bhima, and the end of the Parva happens with the marriage of Abhimanyu and Uttara. The fifth Parva is the Udyoga Parva. The preparations for war start in this Parva. So all the armies of the Kauravas and the Pandavas gather. Here Krishna goes as the Shanti Dut. Duryodhana and Arjuna come to Dwarka to ask for Sri Krishna's help. Duryodhana asks for the Narayani Sena and Arjuna asks for Krishna's help. So Krishna becomes Parthasarathi in this Parva. In this same Parva, Karna's identity is finally revealed when Krishna reveals to him his identity. And finally it ends with the armies marching to the Kurukshetra battlefield. The sixth Parva is the Bhishma Parva. This is the Parva where Bhishma becomes the commander-in-chief of the Kaurava army for 10 days and Drishtadyumna becomes the Pandavas commander-in-chief. This is the same Parva where Bhagavad Gita is narrated. If you had not seen my previous video, I talked about the various books which have been written based on the Mahabharata. There is one book which is a retelling of the Mahabharata written in Odia by Sarala Das. In this retelling of the Mahabharata, there is no Bhishma Parva. That means there is no Bhagavad Gita in the Sarala Das retelling of the Mahabharata. Here in this Parva, the story of Shikhandi's birth is also revealed. In this Parva, Karna doesn't participate in the war. He is barred by Bhishma to not participate in the Kurukshetra war for the first 10 days of the battle. The Bhishma Parva ends with the falling of Bhishma in the hands of Arjuna. The seventh Parva is the Drona Parva, where Dronacharya, who is the teacher of both Kauravas and Pandavas, assumes the commander-in-chief duties of the Kaurava army. This Parva sees the famous Chakravyuh battle formation adopted by the Kaurava side. How to break the Chakravyuh battle formation is known only to Abhimanyu and Arjuna on the Pandavas side. But on the day of Chakravyuh formation, Arjuna is led away from the battlefield by Susharma. So Abhimanyu takes the reins and goes into the Chakravyuh and finally dies. And in this Parva, Jayadratha is finally killed by Arjuna. This is the same Parva where Ghatotkach is also killed by the Shakti Astra of Karna. This Parva ends when Dronacharya is killed by Drishtidyumna because he thinks that Ashwathama is dead. That is because of the words uttered by Yudhishthir. Ashwathama hataha iti kunjaraha. The 8th Parva is the Karna Parva. Here Karna assumes the role of the commander-in-chief for 2 days on the 16th and 17th day of the Mahabharata war. Karna is the 3rd commander-in-chief of the Kauravas. In the Karna Parva, Shalya becomes the charioteer of Karna. Karna battles with all the Pandavas and he almost kills all the Pandavas. He tries to kill Arjuna with the Naga Astra but he fails, and Dushasana is killed by Bhima in this Parva. This Parva ends with the killing of Karna by Arjuna. The 9th Parva is the Shalya Parva where Shalya becomes the 4th commander-in-chief of the Kaurava army for 1 day on the 18th day. In this Parva, Shakuni also dies. So the Parva ends with the killing of Shalya. So Shalya dies in the hands of Yudhishthir. The 10th Parva is the Sauptika Parva. Here Ashwathama takes over as the 5th commander-in-chief of the Kaurava army. I've asked the question about the commanders-in-chief of the Kaurava army in the myths about Ramayana and Mahabharata video. Go ahead and check that video. I'll link it up here as well as in the description box below. In this Parva, Duryodhana's thighs are broken by Bhima in the final battle. Ashwathama, after becoming the commander-in-chief, promises Duryodhana that he'll get the heads of the Pandavas. So he goes to the Pandavas camp and kills the Upa-Pandavas thinking that they are Pandavas. He also kills Drishtidyumna who had killed his father Dronacharya. He shows the heads to Duryodhana and Duryodhana finally attains moksha. The 11th Parva is the Stri Parva where it talks about the cries and the woes and the laments of the ladies of the fallen warriors. In the same Parva, Gandhari curses Sri Krishna and says that his Yadava clan will also be destroyed the same way the Kauravas were destroyed in the Kurukshetra battlefield. In this Parva, Ashwathama fires the Brahmastra which goes and hits the womb of Uttara. Krishna curses Ashwathama because of this heinous deed and he goes and saves Parikshit, who is the son of Abhimanyu and Uttara and who is the sole heir of the Pandavas. The 12th Parva is the Shanti Parva. Here everybody accepts peace after the war is done and Yudhishthira is crowned the king. He goes to Hastinapur and here Dhritarashtra tries to kill Bhima but he doesn't succeed. 13th Parva is the Anushasana Parva. After Yudhishthira is crowned the king, he and his brothers go to Bhishma in the Kurukshetra battlefield and take final lessons from him. This is the Parva where Bhishma attains moksha. The 14th Parva is the Ashwamedha Parva. Ashwamedha Parva talks about the horse sacrifice after which Yudhishthira is made the Chakravarti or the emperor of the whole Bharatvarsha. The 15th Parva is the Ashramavasika Parva where Yudhishthira starts ruling Hastinapur and Indraprastha and Dhritarashtra, Gandhari and Kunti go to the forest. There they die in a forest fire. The 16th Parva is the Mousala Parva where the Yadava clan is completely destroyed like how Gandhari had cursed Sri Krishna. Balrama goes to do meditation and he leaves his body and Sri Krishna is killed by a hunter. The 17th Parva is the Maha Prasthana Parva where Parikshit is crowned the emperor and Pandavas along with Draupadi leave for the Himalayas. In this Parva, all the Pandavas and Draupadi except Yudhishthir die and Yudhishthira is followed by a dog who is actually his father Yama. The 18th and the last Parva is the Swargarohana Parva where finally Yudhishthir goes to the heavens with his body. But when he reaches the heavens, he finds that it is actually not heaven but hell. And this Parva talks about how this is the final test of Yudhishthir and finally he goes to heaven. These are the 18 Parvas of the Mahabharata. I hope you have liked this video. Have you learned anything new? If so, put it in the comment section. So the question of the day. I'd mentioned that a hunter kills Sri Krishna. Do you know the name of the hunter and who he was in his previous births? Well, put it in the comment section. I'll let you know the answer in the next video. Do check out my Facebook page, like it and answer the questions that I ask on a daily basis, and tag me with the hashtag Hinduism Stories at Zesty Nimbu on Instagram and Twitter. So do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon because you'll get updates whenever I release a new video. Thank you so much. Please do wait for the next video.